everybody, and welcome to Bandwagon Sports. I am your host, Cade Navarro, and this is a Bandwagon Wednesday. So thank you for tuning in, my bandwagoners, as we had a lot of sports action last night. We had a bunch of NBA action with a bunch of highlights going on there. We got college football action. We got some commits happening. And then we have some high school action with early signing day today. We have some early moves, and then we're going to have some moves today. So without further ado, my bandwagoners, we're going to hop right into it. We're going to hop right into the action. Last night, we saw the return of Ja Morant to the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis Grizzlies have been struggling without Mr. Ja Morant. Last March he was suspended for 8 games for showing a weapon or gun in an Instagram live video, and then later on in May was suspended yet again. In May he was suspended for showing a gun in a vehicle, and was suspended 25 games to start the 2023-2024 season. So we got to see Ja after his 25-game suspension tonight. We got to see him play. LeBron James giving him a little welcome back. Go be great again. The league has just missed old Ja Morant. Obviously, we don't want him getting into trouble. We don't want him flashing guns, doing dumb shit. But we want the electrifying Ja Morant back. And that is what we need, and that is what we want. So Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies, the 0.4% chance to make playoffs before his return. 0.4%, it's not even a percentage of a chance of making playoffs. There is no way, they said. There is no way. But Memphis Grizzlies pull off the comeback victory, winning the game 115-113. Ja Morant coming back with a performance, 34 points. 34 points. As we see, 34.6 rebounds, 8 assists. Ja Morant just getting it done. Just getting it done. Okay, Ja. Okay, Ja. Giving the people what they want. And not only that, Ja Morant with the buzzer beater. Ja Morant with the buzzer beater. His first ever buzzer beater in a game. And it happened to be his first game back. Now, was this scripted? Was this scripted? Some might say that this was scripted. They handed it right to him. Was this the script for the NBA tonight? Was it, hey, we're going to give Ja an incredible performance. We're going to give him the buzzer beater in this one. Was it there? Script. Who knows? Who knows? But old Ja Morant, 34 points. Oh my gosh. We even saw him have to get taken out multiple times because he's just huffing and puffing. Just walking out. Man was not in game shape, but still put up 34 boards. And the game winner. But just an incredible performance. Ja Morant, this is him dropping his 30 points. Grizzlies were absolutely getting worked as we look. In the third quarter, let's see. New Orleans outscored Memphis Grizzlies by 23 points in the second quarter. And then coming out of halftime, Ja Morant was like, nah, I'm not losing my first game back. In the very next 2 quarters, they win them pretty handily, by 9 points. And then by, quick math, 12 points in the fourth quarter. So getting them back, coming down to the line, them trusting the ball in Ja Morant's hands, and guess what? Them just absolutely getting it done. But Zion with a filthy dunk in the game. Boom! Just throwing it down. One of the best dunkers in the game. Just look how aggressive it is. Man, I'm surprised he's not shattering boards. If he was back in the day and he was like Shaq or any of those fools, he would be shattering boards just with the alley-oop, catching it. Wham! Zion Williamson. We had some old controversy with Zion Williamson these past 2 weeks where Pelicans, they were telling Zion, hey, his diet and conditioning need to improve. It was kind of odd because John Morant, we're seeing him tired, we're seeing him getting taken out. But to see Zion Williamson out there, obviously doesn't look like he has the cardio to get it done in the fourth quarter. Because man, Ja Morant getting it done, showing Zion what it is to be back and what it is to dominate for a team. We saw Zion Williamson just absolutely throwing a little hissy fit. This is so funny. It says, bro, walking to the bench like his mom just put him in timeout. And once you see this, you can never unsee it. Man's just storming, tight fist, running into his coach. Like, come on, man. It just looks bad. If you're really that pissed, why are you looking like a little toddler getting sent to timeout by your mom? Like, come on, man. Grow up. Grow up. But moving on to our next action, we had Milwaukee Bucks facing the San Antonio Spurs. Damian Lillard getting 40 points in this game. It was Dame time. Antetokounmpo not showing very much, but Damian Lillard, it was the Dame show. Damian Lillard hitting his 20,000th career point. Just absolutely incredible. Amazing feat for him. All this dude does is score. Seeing him put up this 40 bomb, it makes you think, will Damian Lillard have the franchise record for the Milwaukee Bucks here pretty soon? Will he? Will he surpass Giannis Antetokounmpo's 64-point game that he just had? Maybe. He's done it before. We've seen Damian put up 70 before. I think 71 points. And he's put up many 60-point games. So could Damian come in and steal the Milwaukee Bucks franchise record? Or is that not on the script? Who knows? But old Dame time. 40 points.
Says the all-time
absolutely incredible.
Dame Lillard got another three-pointer.
Dame went 7 for 12 at the three-point line. Just absolutely draining him from deep. Being an MVP caliber legend.
I gotta call the contact.
Man, this Giannis Antetokounmpo, Damian Lillard too. You got Damian going off on him. You got Giannis going off on him. This is just electrifying sport right here. This is what you want to see.
He's got an effort to even get the pass off.
All Damian doing his thing. Moving on to our last basketball action. We had Steph Curry leading the Golden State Warriors to a victory over the Boston Celtics. We saw a rematch of the 2022 NBA Finals game right here. We got to see it between old Boston, Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown versus Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. Steph Curry putting up a 33 bomb. And absolutely just getting it done. Splash Brothers, even with a 17-point deficit, just getting it done. Just able to splash their way back into action. So Steph going crazy. Oh, we can't show that one. Not yet. But this is Steph Curry right here in action, hitting the dagger and telling everyone, hey, it's night time. It's night time. He misses the layup. Chris Paul passes it out to Steph Curry, and boom! He puts up the dagger. Boom! He said it's night time. It's night time. Steph Curry being an absolute killer. You love to see it from him. You love to see old Steph Curry just making highlights, still playing at such a high level. This was a crazy series to go into overtime. You had Klay Thompson tying up the game, Splash Brothers just doing their thing. And then you had Boston riding down the court, doing the same exact thing, raining a three. You got White hitting a three from the corner, wide open. Boom! Putting them up by three. They're like, we got this. We got this. It's not like we're playing the Splash Brothers with a legendary three-point shooter, Steph Curry. It's not like we're playing him. Nah. I mean, what's he going to do? Put up a three on us? Absolutely not. We are not going to allow that. But Steph Curry, boom! Step back to tie the game. To tie the game. And to put the Warriors, and to give them a chance to go into OT. And then we see the OT action. We see Jaylen Brown going to yam it on one of the Warriors players. And him just getting absolutely denied. It looks like it goes in from my ankle. I'm like, oh, that's a sick dunk. But no, not going in. Getting rejected at the rim. Boom! Not giving a chance for Steph and his Warriors to hit that dagger three and win the game. So, Warriors getting it done. We're going to hop into our college football little action. We only had a few little things right here. We had breaking news: Dante Moore, 5-star recruit from UCLA, making his commitment to Oregon. So he will be transferring to Oregon. He announced on social media. So now Oregon with two stud quarterbacks. I don't know if Dante Moore is proven or not. I've not seen or heard much of Dante Moore. But hey, 5-star quarterback could be electric. But I don't think he's got the veteran. I don't think he has those years like Dylan Gabriel. I don't think he's a veteran quarterback. I see Dylan Gabriel coming in here and taking over Oregon. And then, hey, maybe Dante Moore playing that next year. Dante Moore, number 2 industry quarterback. And Dylan Gabriel, number 3 industry quarterback. So Oregon absolutely dominating the transfer portal QB recruiting. Getting 2 of the top QBs. Them watching Bo Nix and they're like, hey, this school's going to get me into Heisman contention. We're going to come over here. Oregon Ducks know how to win. They had a chance at that top 4. Obviously, UCLA, Oklahoma didn't give them this opportunity to get to that top 4 or even just get to that top 10. So, hey, maybe this is why they're transferring out. There's going to be a change in conference for UCLA, them going to the Big Ten, and then you got Oklahoma going to the SEC. But Oregon also going to the Big Ten. So, big transfers right here. Good job for Oregon, dominating the transfer portal, getting these 2 stud quarterbacks. We'll see how they fare. We will see how they do as an Oregon Duck. But hey, replacing Bo Nix, a veteran quarterback being in the college football for over 5 years, I guess you got to assume that, hey, Dylan Gabriel's going to come under center. He's going to take over as another veteran quarterback and get it done in probably what has to be his last year. He's been in college football forever. And then Dante Moore, you have to think, sitting behind Dylan Gabriel, he's going to get that experience, and he's going to inevitably turn into a stud quarterback, and then we'll see him in action. Hey, maybe not the 2024 season, but that 2025 season. So good job right here to the Oregon Ducks. Always love watching the Oregon Ducks. Very speedy, calculated team. But yeah, it seems like the consensus is, hey, Dante, are you cool with chilling for a year? Because yeah, that is a lot of quarterbacks. Most people are just trading for one quarterback. So I wonder if Oregon's putting all their money towards their NIL money towards these quarterbacks. But, we had number one QB for ESPN 300 class of 2024 has flipped his commitment from Georgia to Nebraska. Wow. Big flip right here. We had Dylan Crayola, whatever it is, flipping his commitment from number one Georgia pretty much all season to Nebraska. Who would have thought? Everyone's like, or my first reaction is, why would you go to Nebraska? I mean, Matt Rule, amazing head coach. He's done amazing things there. Will probably flip that program upside down. But the transfer from two-time national champion, back-to-back years, Georgia Bulldogs, to go from the Nebraska Cornhuskers. I mean, this seems like a weird move, but Raiola has family ties. He is sticking with the family. He is being loyal. We had Raiola's father, Dominic, was an All-American offensive lineman at Nebraska, and his uncle Donovan is the school's offensive line coach right now. So, cool to see that, hey, he's keeping it in the family. It doesn't matter how much money you're going to pay me. It doesn't matter what school you are. We are sticking to those family ties. We are loyal. Family above all else. And, hey, Nebraska Cornhuskers, 5-time national champions. But way back in the day, it's been a long time since they've been good. But hey, it looks like with Matt Rule, the number one QB in the nation, with some moves they're trying to make, they're even looking at Kyle McCord from Ohio State. Obviously him committing to Syracuse, but they're making some big moves right now, and especially with this transfer portal and them just really working on these kids, really developing them. As he said, Nebraska could be a problem in these upcoming years. Maybe not immediately, but definitely in these upcoming years. Amazing program, amazing fan base. Cool stuff right there. We've had our top 20 recruits, 5-star prospects in ESPN's 2024 recruiting class have already committed. So we're going to look at the top 10 right here. Can't really see this. I'm fucking brown. Ellis Robinson. So we had number 1 overall going to Georgia, number 2 and 3 going to Alabama, 4 going to Oklahoma. And we got Mizzou, Auburn, Ohio State, Nebraska, Alabama again, Tennessee. So top 20 already making their commitments early. And as we talked at the beginning of the show, this is early signing day. Is today. I think it happens at, actually right now as we speak, I think it's at 9 a.m. Central Time. So it could be going on as we speak. Really cool stuff here. So, I mean, just looking at commitments that we have already so far in those top teams, we have Georgia coming in with 24-star recruits, and then 3 5-star recruits. Ohio State coming in with the most 5-star recruits at 5, and then Texas, you see them. Hey, they're at number 5 right now for total overall, but they have 22 commits, 4 of them being 4 of them being 5-star recruits. The second most 5-star recruits committing to University of Texas. This is a big signing day. We might get some flips. We're going to see a lot of flips. We're going to see maybe some more 5-star recruits coming our way. We're going to see a bunch of 4-star recruits, people flip-flopping no loyalty because they've never been to these schools ever. But we're going to see them all over the place doing their thing. Wow, University of Miami, 26 commits, a lot of 3-stars. That's why they're up there. Oklahoma, 18 4-stars, 1 5-star, but being that like top 5 guy. We got Oregon, 0 5-stars. Looks like they did all their 5-stars in the transfer portal. Georgia, 3. Alabama getting 5. 22 total commits. 14 4-stars. Big notable names always at the top. Cool stuff. Let's see if there's anyone that doesn't really fit. Nebraska with their 26 commits, a lot of 3-stars. It looks like they want to do a lot of developing. 7 4-stars and that 1 5-star. Ole Miss, 0 5-stars, 11 4-stars, 9 3-stars. Texas Tech getting them a 5-star. Mizzou. Good stuff. A&M getting their players. Texas' little brother. Anyone else in here that is just surprising? I mean, University of Miami, that is just surprising. But hey, I guess you got Miami and their history. So interesting stuff there. So we had NBA action today. We had Ja Morant on his return. We had Steph Curry showing everyone why he is Steph Curry. We had Klay Thompson. I think I forgot about this. We had Klay Thompson. Let's see if we can pull it up right here. We had Klay Thompson getting 8th overall in the 3-point competition. So 3-pointers made. He is now 8th overall. Oh, we see Steph Curry at that number 1 spot. So 2 players on Golden State Warriors in the top 10 for 3-pointers made and for all-time leaders. So wow. So in the entire NBA, you got 2 of the best 3-point shooters ever on the same team, which is crazy. That is why they call them the Splash Bros. That is why they came back and they beat the Celtics. Celtics had like a 5-game winning streak. So to stop that winning streak and to show them that, hey, we are still here. Absolutely incredible. But we had Steph, Thompson, Damian Lillard getting his 20,000 points. We had, and a 40 bomb. Ja Morant, his return with a buzzer beater. Just electric in the NBA right now. I thought it was just going to be a normal night, but no. We saw electricity. And then we had big commits. And then, hey, today, now we're going to see who is early committing, who's flipping their commitments on the high school scene, and who also is going to enter this transfer portal and switch their position to other schools. So, big high school, college, and professional level news and media today. So that's going to do it for us. We're going to send it off with some funny videos yet again. We got Mike McDaniel just being an absolute goon like always.
I'm not visualizing a one-play drive here. We get kick coverage. Waddle's going to have a one-play drive here.
Mike McDaniel just manifesting a one-play drive. Him saying, hey, Waddle, we're chunking it up to you. This is manifestation. You're getting the touchdown. This is how we drew it up. Boom. You better get into the end zone. And what happens? Mike McDaniel, the wizard, calls it. He said, what did I say? you gotta love that. Hey, this Miami team, they are just having some absolute fun over there. They have some playmakers: Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Mostert, A-Chain, Tua Tagovailoa. They got all these playmakers, and they are just having so much fun. Everyone thought, hey, Mike McDaniels was just a little weirdo. He might be a little odd, but the dude is fun to watch. He gives you a show, and he shows how electric these players can be. We also had Minnesota Wolves, Timberwolves. They have a real live Ted Lasso in their locker room. This is their assistant coach. Listen to some of these.
Boom goes the dynamite, there goes our lead. We got to treat Maine like you do the elf on the shelf on Christmas morning. You got to find him. So he makes everybody comfortable. He's like popcorn during Saturday night movies. Our paint defense was like 7-Eleven, open 24 hours. Realized they had it's on like Donkey Kong the way they started out. First time all year that we were kind of on almost like a hot mess express.
Hot mess express.
Points, boom goes the dynamite, there goes our lead. We got to treat
There we go.
Maine like
Boom
you
goes
do
the
the elf on the
dynamite,
shelf on
and there
Christmas
goes our
morning. You
lead.
got to find him. So he makes everybody.
Just absolutely electric. This is who you want. This is who you want coaching your team. This is who you want as your assistant coach. This is who you want on your bench, just cheering you up mid-game, telling you, hey, boom goes the dynamite, man. You are the dynamite. Go boom. So, funny stuff here. We got real life Ted Lasso. Who would have thought that this actually existed? But everybody, that's going to do it for our Bandwagon Wednesday. No bandwagon picks right now. We're going to do our Wagon of the Week picks tomorrow for the Thursday night football game. And then Friday, we'll go over the NFL slate that's going to happen this weekend. Maybe some bowl games that's happening this weekend. Christmas games. I mean, we got it all. So thanks for hanging in there. There's no static, I hope, on today's program. So we fixed that to make it a lot easier to listen for you guys. But that's going to do it. I'm your host, Cade Navarro. This is Bandwagon Sports, and we are signing out.